Over the years, Honor has always done a great job creating and designing devices that look appealing and look fantastic. Today, no difference. Of course, we're going to be talking about the brand new Honor 90. But not only that, about this video, this is actually going to be a little bit of a mixed bag. Although the video starts in the US, I'm actually going to share with you guys some content with this device from Paris at the launch event, as I'm actually going to go ahead and attend that. But without further ado,
this is TK and this is the Honor 90 review. Let's check it out.
Like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you're always notified to whenever we have new videos on the channel. And of course, we have the actual phone in front of us. This is the Honor 90. Now, there's a few colors available, but this is the one that I have. We have a clear case that's included in the box. We have, of course, a charger, a 66-watt charger, capable of charging that 5,000 milliamp hour battery that we have in here. There's no wireless charging. Let's go ahead and get it to focus. No wireless charging, only wired, but that's one of the things that we need to keep in mind. A USB-C to USB-A cable to be able to allow us to use to break the charge as well as to transfer our data. Here it is, the brand new Honor 90, and I'm going to hold the phone slightly at an angle because of the reflective material that we have in the back. Unfortunately, my camera is having a really hard time focusing on it. And one of the main unique features about this device is not only does it support a 200 megapixel primary sensor, it also supports the 7 Gen 1 in an accelerated edition. Means we actually get a slightly better version than the 7 Gen 1 we've seen before. On the back, what we're getting here is a really nice color. The pattern really hits the, when you're definitely using it outdoors, it looks absolutely fantastic. When the light hits it, it does that nice little shimmer across, as you probably saw in the thumbnail that we did for the video, and of course, when we're outdoors with this device. Now, as far as the camera stack that we have on the back, we have a triple camera stack. Primarily is the 200 megapixel camera sensor. That's going to be the main sensor on this. A 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. So for the most part, two sensors that you're able to use to take images. This third sensor is going to be more of an assistant when you're trying to take those selfies. And then lastly here is the 5,000 milliamp hour that we have in here as far as the battery, supported with that 66-watt wired charger. Unfortunately, we don't have any wireless charging, but this is going to be really some of the nicer options that you get there, because not only is it a large battery, but you also have a very fast way of charging it. 66 watts will get you charged up in no time. On the left side, we have pretty much a clean slate here, nothing pretty much on that side. On the right side, we have a volume rocker and of course the power button. You'll notice one thing as we're turning around, that is all of the edges that we have in here are curved. So not only on the top, but on the bottom. We do have a pre-applied screen protector that's present right there. And of course, at the top, we have one of the microphones supporting the cameras for audio. And of course, on the bottom firing speaker, mono, no stereo speakers on this device. A USB-C for data charging as well as audio, of course, microphone, and the dual SIM card that we have in here that supports 5G. Now, I've been testing this out in the US on T-Mobile, and it's been actually doing quite well. Fingerprint sensor is on the bottom, is in display. Unlocking is pretty straightforward. We're running Android 13 with macOS 7.1. And one of the biggest things I'll probably say is that beautiful 6.7-inch display that runs at a runs at a slightly higher than 1080p resolution. It's 2664 by 1200, and of course running at 120 hertz refresh rate. The other thing that I'm really happy with this is that the brightness on this actually can get all the way up to 1600s in a very well lit situation. And that's been one of my favorite things, especially in here in Los Angeles. Lately, we've had a lot of sun. And when I'm outdoors and I'm trying to capture content, it's been great. We'll definitely be able to check it out as well in Paris, but overall, this is going to be the best performance. As far as the speeds, as I mentioned to you guys, I've been using it here on T-Mobile. You'll see this was my last test that I did, 411, almost 5 megabits up. But when you go back on results, most of the time I was able to connect on 5G, but I did catch a couple that are on 4G LTE. Now, I will say that that first one, the reason why it was 492 is the end of my billing cycle on this account came up as I was running the speed test. I drained the megabytes down when I was doing the downward speed, so that's why it was basically going super crazy. And then by the time this test was done, I got a notification that I ran out of data, and it went down to slow speed of what T-Mobile offers us as unlimited connection. So overall, this is going to be more realistic. So 411.5, and then of course, this one was actually more realistic again. Depending where you are, all of these were run on mobile. Even LTE is pretty fast. I did mention to you guys at the beginning that this is running an accelerated version of the 7 Gen 1. So basically an overclocked version of the 7 Gen 1 running on this device. So 1095 for single core, 3105 for multi-core. This is a mid-ranger processor at its core, and it's still going to be that regardless if we have it overclocked. It's going to give us better performance, but great battery life because of the combination of the display, the battery size, and the processor. You're not going to be disappointed. And the processors that we're seeing here, as I showed you guys, the 7 Gen 1 Accelerated Edition is the one that we're running here. RAM configuration, you can go all the way from 8 to 12 gigs of RAM, and of course the storage goes from 256 to 512. And so the model that we have here is 512, and you can add an additional 7 gigs of RAM with the RAM Turbo. The resolution is 2664 by 1200, running at 120 hertz refresh rate. You're able to customize that. And running, of course, the Android security patch update of June 1st. Now, under the the display, you're able to turn on and turn off dark mode. Of course, auto switching it if you want to configure it. You can go in there, turn on ebook mode if you want to be able to use it in that mode as well. But what I really love about this is you're able to actually go in and customize the screen resolution as well as the refresh rate. So by default, it is set to be high. You're able to turn on smart resolution to adjust. So you're able to put in basically standard, which is 2442. That'll give you even longer battery life. The other thing that we also have here is the refresh rate. You can keep it in whatever form you'd like. I like to keep it at 120 purely because of the combination that we have. Again, large display, good resolution, great AMOLED panel, and we have the ability of running it at a 5000 milliampere. So there's no question. And then when we do need to top it off, that charger charges it up really quick. I haven't had to put this device on the charge overnight since I've had it, and it's been an enjoyable experience. Now, as I mentioned to you guys, the curvature on this device goes not only on the front and the back, but also on all the edges, and it makes it really, really nice. I'm really happy that they also included a case in the box so that we don't actually have to worry about protecting our device right out of the box. So a case and a protector preloaded. And going into the camera application is pretty straightforward. You're going to see Superman here. We're going to talk about how I got some of those images, but the good thing about this is that we're going to share with you guys when we're going through the image samples, pictures from the US as well as from France as I'm going to the actual launch event. We have portrait mode, night mode, and of course aperture mode to be able to customize it, and of course get that nice little bokeh since we have that depth sensor. Photo mode, video mode is pretty much going to be capped at 4K 30 frames per second. So 4K 30 frames per second, you're going to get that resolution. And what I really like about it is that I can actually do 4K 30 frames per second also on the front. So Honor's doing it really good. Although we don't have 4K 60, we're going to get really good resolution, front facing and rear facing at 4K 30 frames per second, and it's really nice. Multi-video, as you can imagine, does pretty much what it says. It does allow you to shoot the front and the rear facing camera, and you're able to be in the video if you're recording it. You have Pro mode, slow motion, panorama, HDR, of course HDR video, time-lapse, sticker, super macro using the ultra wide, of course, high resolution, the ability of shooting that 200 megapixels. Solo cut, this is one of their own little, I would say basically reels or Instagram reels or even shorts creator. Stories as well as documents can. Lastly, when you're using high-res mode, they do recommend you being in a very nice, well-lit environment so you can get some of those really good details, especially when you're shooting at that high resolution. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and do a quick sample of the front-facing and rear-facing cameras on the brand new Honor 90.
Starting off with the front-facing camera video here on the Honor 90. 4K 30 is going to be the maximum. We are here in Paris for the launch event at the Arc de Triomphe. This should be a pretty good example of what audio and video is in a little bit of more of a busy environment. This should be a good example of the main sensor on the front. Switching it over to the main sensor on the back, the 200 megapixel camera, this is going to still give us 4K 30 frames per second, but I feel like the main sensor will definitely shine better than some of the other options. And of course, for imagery, this is going to be unbeatable on this device. The 7 Gen 1 provides us with a 4K 30 frames per second all across the sensors, and that's going to be the best resolution. So hopefully this is a good example of audio and video from the Honor 90.
Now moving on to the audio experience. As I mentioned to you guys at the beginning of the video, we do not have stereo speakers, so the audio is always going to be coming on the bottom speaker. Let's see how does it actually sound with our favorite song, Jumbo by NCS Release. This is obviously going to be Alex Scrindo. Really nice, always right at the drop, and of course 100% volume.
Jack it up.
Now, one thing I will say is it does sound really good even at 100%. It doesn't distort at the 100% level. It sounds pretty decent, not the loudest on the market, which is definitely one of the things to keep in mind, but does enough of a good job that when you're watching content on this device, we're not using obviously wireless buds, the sound does permeate directly into your palm and it comes out. So even though we have mono speakers, it still sounds pretty decent. I would have wished, or at least I would have hoped to have stereo speakers on a device like this. It's so beautiful. But again, at the end of the day, it's still going to give us a decent experience. Now, let's move on to gaming and talk about some of the gaming options that we have. I did test it out, obviously, with Call of Duty Mobile and PUBG Mobile. Both give us some great experiences as far as the gaming. So let's go ahead and launch Call of Duty Mobile. Once you have it turned on, you're able to customize Do Not Disturb, Mistouch Prevention, of course, game filters, screenshots, screen recording, which is what we're going to be using to record some of our content. You have the ability of jumping between balance mode and game mode here at the top, and that provides us different experiences going on. The frame rate is listed right there at the top right, RAM, and of course CPU usage, as well as the top battery. You can lock your brightness and of course share content directly to your favorite social media. Now, as you're seeing there with the gaming experience, it's pretty much straightforward. Call of Duty Mobile plays really nice, very smoothly, and of course as well as PUBG. And one of the main benefits that I love about this is the customizations that we have within the game system that we have. It turns on by itself. If you don't see it turn on directly by itself, make sure you go into the settings tab, turn it on, and add the applications, and you're pretty much set there. I actually did use the game system to turn on Geekbench to allow me to run the Geekbench at the full potential of the processor, as opposed to allowing it to just run in balanced mode. At the end of the day, if you want to be able to use the phone in full potential, you're able to turn on that performance mode directly within the system under battery. Otherwise, it's actually going to be a really nice, well-rounded device. The images as you're seeing there from both the US and France are absolutely fantastic. The processing that we have from Honor has always been very reliable and it does really good. If you're going to shoot those 200 megapixel landscape images, make sure you're in a very nice, very well lit environment and start punching in and do zoom in all those and see how much detail you're able to shoot and provide in those images. They may hold a little bit more storage, but again, keep in mind, you have 512 or at least up to a 512 gigabyte configuration and 12 gigs of RAM. So smooth UI, a lot of storage for those massive massive images on this device, and it's not going to be disappointing. What I would probably say is, again, at its core though, this is a mid-ranger that's trying to aspire to be obviously a flagship. Slightly different than the Honor 90 Lite, which is more of a budget phone trying to be a little bit more of a mid-ranger. And I think this is where the bang for the buck experience always comes in with Honor. They give you more than you'd expect for the price point that they're asking for. So with that being said, hopefully you guys like this video. And of course, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about the brand new Honor 90. Is this something that you guys have been looking for? No word from Honor yet if the Honor 90 Pro is coming. I know initially they released 3 versions of that in China. At least internationally right now, we have the Lite and the standard 90. And you never know, they may have the Honor 90 Pro coming up very soon. Thank you very much for the support. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.